I'm going to show you how to do the project for transitional kindergarten flowers today. So here's the example. Right now when I'm making this video, it's December, so I did mine kind of like poinsettias, just with kind of Christmas in mind, but I'm going to show you with the demonstration how to do it just with different colors. So this one is really up to you how you want to use color. If you want to do it more summery, more Christmas, whatever you want to do at the time that you're doing it. So you're just going to start with a 9x12 piece of white construction paper. And the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to have the students just glue on a strip of paper at the bottom. And this is going to be like the table that the vase is sitting on top of. You can have them cut this themselves. You can just give them paper, or you can pre-cut them. They're really easy to pre-cut. This is scrapbook paper, but you could do just plain construction paper. This is just a 2x9 inch strip of paper. So if you wanted, you could just pre-cut those. TK can always be a little bit challenging in terms of their cutting skills and everything there's such a wide range, and so it's up to you. So I'm just gonna glue this on. So there's my table, and then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make the vase. So this is again a step that you can have them do, or you can pre-cut. I just would cut a rectangle, somewhere around 4 to 5 inches. It doesn't have to be super a certain size. It can be really whatever you want. I wouldn't go much bigger than this. You can just leave them like this in the rectangle, or you can angle the edges to make it look more like a vase. But like I said, this is TK. You're welcome to give them paper and just have them cut out whatever shape they want for a vase. It could be whatever they want, a long rectangle, square, or you can pre-cut these. It's up to you. Probably is going to also depend how much time you have. And then just glue on the vase. And a glue stick will work fine here. That's probably what they're used to using and what they already have at their tables. A glue stick is great. You don't need to use the glue cups and the school glue. Whatever you want to do. They're going to have a tendency to want to sit that vase on top. They can, or they can put it down here so that it looks like it's kind of in the middle of the table. So now there's the vase, and then the next thing you're going to do is you are going to use sponges and paint to make the flowers. Now I have all the colors of paint I'm going to use on one plate. I would recommend having, especially with TK in kindergarten, they tend to be at group tables, so like 4 or 5 kids at a table, to have a small plate of pink paint with a few sponges on it, a small plate of yellow paint, whatever colors you're using. I would keep them separate. They're not good at not mixing the sponges everywhere. And then you're just gonna have sponges, and you'll have these already ready. I was just gonna show you. I just got sponges at the dollar store or Walmart, whatever you want, and just cut some petal shapes. And you're gonna want enough petal shapes so that there's almost one per student or close. You don't have them like waiting around a lot. And so you're gonna want, if you have, I'm doing pink and purple, maybe have 2 or 3 sponges in each color of paint. That's probably a good way to do it. Enough that they aren't waiting a long time for their turn. But they don't all have to have, they also all don't have to have one all the time. So I've just got some sponges here, and they are just gonna make flowers. And they can do flowers, and then they can do leaves as well. So like I said, Like in this one, I only did the one color, the red. So if you just wanted to give them one color for the flowers and then a color for the leaves, you can do that. Or you can give them more than one color. It's up to you. It's kind of up to you and how many students you have and how many sponges you want to cut. It's up to you how much time you have. It's up to you and how you want to do it in your class. So, and then when they start, you're gonna just make sure they know not to put too much paint on. And then the thing I like to tell them is they want to think like the hand on a clock. So their petals, they're gonna put a petal and then kind of like the hand on a clock, it's gonna go around. It's TK, so if they just stamp petals and leaves all over the place, that is just fine. Some of them will get the concept of making it look like a flower, and some of them won't as much. And it's totally okay. That is kind of what you get when you're working with those little guys. After they're done with all of the leaves and the petals they want to do, you can have them go in with the top of a pencil, the pencil eraser, and they can add the center of the flowers. You can do this with the end of a paintbrush too, or you can skip it all together. Whatever you want to do with them. It's just a good, easy way for them to add the center without being able to go too crazy. As if you gave them like a brush or something larger. You could also cut small circles of the sponge for the centers. You could go a lot of directions on this project. So here's the finished product for the Transitional Kindergarten flowers.